For this rotation, I chose poetry. My favorite poem was called In Goya's Greatest Scenes We Seem to See. This poem was written by Lawrence Ferlinghetti in 1993. Lawrence Ferlinghetti was a member of the Beat movement. He believed very strongly that art should be available to everyone and not just those that were highly educated. The Beat movement was started by authors mainly in the 1950s. They wrote about many topics that they thought were issues. One of these issues was materialism. Lawrence Ferlinghetti's poem uses a lot of dramatic language to show how materialistic modern society is and how bad he feels about it. But overall, I think the main idea of this poem is that the conflicts of the past still exist today, just in a different setting. Lawrence Ferlinghetti compares our modern world to Goya's Greatest Scenes, which is referring to paintings by Francisco Goya, a painter from the 1800s. Many of his more famous paintings depict bloody scenes of violence and war. Lawrence Ferlinghetti uses imagery and dramatic language to compare these violent scenes to our world today. He just says that these wars today are a bit harder to see because they are not all fought with swords and guns, especially for normal people. The global issue that I linked this poem to is the causes and effects of conflict today, in general and for all people. I found that many websites and psychology studies all said that conflict is basically a part of human nature. Some main causes of it now can be individual differences, cultural differences, social change, power and authority, and many others. I think this connects back to the main idea of the poem because it shows that there is still so much conflict, even today, and it can be just as bad and lead to worse things than we see in Goya's paintings. They're just not usually in the form of wars for normal people. Even though there are still some wars fought today, I think this poem was used to address just everyday people, the people who live in cities and have normal lives and jobs. Because his poem talks a lot about strung out people and people living in fake happiness. So I feel like Lawrence Ferlinghetti was addressing the crowds of people living in a materialistic society, where their struggles don't usually affect large amounts of people. That's why I chose this global connection, because I think it helps to show the causes and effects of these conflicts for all people. Thank you.